Hey guys, welcome back. This is the Real Estate Marketing Roundtable, and we got some incredible content today. We're going to be talking about how to become recession proof in your real estate marketing. Now, before we do that, we have to have our countdown right now. Okay, guys, I'm really excited about this conversation. The reason why is this. One, Jake Wolf is wearing sunglasses inside, which I love.
Cheap sunglasses too, by the way.
Oh, they're cheap sunglasses, like gas
that's
stations.
the cool thing.
Sunglasses.
That's the cool thing to do, man. It's all about the cheap sunglasses.
That's because you ride a motorcycle and you're a badass. That's just how you roll. And we have Gene, not Gene. Gene is not going to be with us today, but we have Nick Sakis. Nick, how are you, brother?
I just can't wait to talk about how I'm going to recession-proof my business by buying several $1,000s worth of lottery tickets. And I think that's where Gene Volpe is right now. Last I heard, he was standing in line at a 7-Eleven with a free Slurpee because he bought so many lottery tickets.
It's up to $1 billion, ladies and gentlemen. $1 billion.
Dude, you know what? I cannot believe it gets to that amount of money. My personal opinion.
It'll probably be like 1.2 because so many people are going to buy tickets now. It's going to spike.
But think about that. If you actually hit that number, you're going to get like over $500 million in tax-free cash because the government's going to take at least 50 to 40%.
Probably 400. It's. I think it's like the lump sum is something. It's not the full value. So the lump sum, say it's 85%, and then your tax on top of that. So you'd probably walk away with a cool 350, 400.
The government is waiting to tax that. They need it desperately right now.
Well, that's because our sitting administration, not going to name names, go Biden. It's ridiculous how much money people they take out of your pocket. And
I posted that on my Facebook page of asking people questions like, "What would you do?" Because I feel like that would be a huge burden. So you would lose tons of friends, like direct relatives, family members. Like you would have to have a plan on how much you pay, who gets what. How would you determine that? Because that kind of coin, like second and third cousins would be disowning you if you didn't pay them, right? That it's not just it would be hairy. I don't know.
So I had a close individual to me that came across about $35 to $40 million.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden cousins came out of the woodwork you've never met before going like, "Hey, cuz, what's going on?"
Right.
And if you didn't give them the money, well, then they're out again. Yeah. So I completely agree with you. But let's talk about recession-proof marketing and kind of where this business is going. Nick, you came up with the topic for the show today. So I want to start off with you, and then I obviously want to jump right over to Jake and kind of see what his thoughts are. So go for it, my friend.
Yeah. So I think the lottery plays a huge role in the up and down roller coaster business that most agents, and I've done it before, so I can speak from experience, actually do, right? So what ends up happening is you get a lot of business, you end up sitting high on the hog, you stop prospecting, you stop doing your business push-ups, as Jake would say, and then all of a sudden you have no business and you're in this trough again. Well, I think the Powerball is the same type of scenario, or Mega Millions or lottery or whatever, like that mentality that this one thing is going to change my life, right? I'm going to buy this lottery ticket and I'm going to hit the lottery and my life is going to change forever. We approach business in a very similar aspect, which if any of you guys follow Russell Brunson, one of his big things from the very beginning was one funnel away, right? You're one funnel away from $1 million. You're one course away from $1 million. With real estate agents, I think we get bamboozled into hearing podcasts and, you know, you're in Facebook groups and you hear these You hear all these segmented and fragmented ideas that you're just it's one thing. It's never just one thing, right? It's if it is one thing, then it's one thing consistently for 12 to 18 months minimum. But what ends up happening is we switch our focus. So we do one thing for 30 days, it doesn't work. We do another thing for 30 days, it doesn't work. After the course of 12 months, we've done 12 different things. None of them amounted to anything because we didn't stick to anything because we're looking for the next lottery ticket. Right. So I think there's a lot of correlation. I would like for everybody, when we talk about recession proofing our business, and I think Jake can touch on this too, a lot of recession proofing the business will come from focus, right? Find one thing and focus on that one thing until you get really good at that one thing. And that one thing could be your marketing plan, your digital marketing plan. It could be your for sale by owners. It could be your expired listings now coming up that we're going to see a lot more of. It could be your database and your sphere events. Like what are some things that you're doing, your pillars of your business that you can really focus on for an extended period of time and come out ahead of this recession, or even, light years from where you were before?
You know what? You have a good point on that, Jake. I want you to double down on that, and then I'll give my my thoughts on this. But
absolutely,
go with that.
So I fully expect that a large majority of real estate agents are going to go broke and get out of the business this year. So most people, even in good markets, don't do the activities that they need to do in order to be sustainable. So many people had it so good for so long where if you do end up getting a listing, everybody and their brother's trying to go ahead and write paper on it, right? So some of the top brokers and teams that I personally consult with are working really hard right now to go ahead and help educate their agents underneath them and really start pushing up the activity. So I'm doing a lot of support, a lot of private coaching. As a matter of fact, I've got a huge event that I'm streaming into this Saturday night with about 300 agents out of the Boca area. So, but even the team leaders and brokers don't have any faith in the majority of you guys out there. So you just haven't been doing it like you should. Is your calendar full? Do you have a strong, unique selling proposition? How often are you prospecting? How many new relationships are you making on a daily, weekly basis? Are you using your technology? So are you using all of the time necessary and treating your business like a business? So I don't think the rest of this year is going to be a good year at all whatsoever for real estate agents. A lot of the players that have been in for quite some time don't have any faith in you either, and they're waiting for the toilet to flush. So some of you guys are making too much noise, and they're going to be healthier at the end of the year. And at 2:00, actually, in less than 15 minutes, the Fed's going to announce their next rate hike. So we talk quite a bit about the real estate market right now being the tail of the dog on all of these things that are causing inflation and recession. So we'll see what this next round does, but it's going to be interesting. So if you guys are wanting to stay in the real estate industry, it's time to go ahead and step up. So, but I don't see the majority of you guys doing it. And I've been consulting with real estate agents now for the last couple of years since we built out Clever Leads. And I can tell within the first 5 minutes if you're going to make it or not. So
yeah, it's very telltale. I mean, either you're going to put the work in and do what's needed to be done, or you're just going to sit there and relax and hopefully have business come to you.
Well, one more quick suggestion.
Please do.
It's okay to be a part-time real estate agent, right? So go get a job somewhere, go get a job somewhere else, and then do real estate in the evening and on the weekend. Until you're at the point where you're going to seriously run your business, but we'll see.
Yeah. Doubling down is something I really want to talk about. I mean, recession proof. Nick, give me one tip, and I want to go back to Jake on this. Give us one tip on how to be recession proof right now. Actionable ideas that you can do to protect your business, your family, your kids, your spouse, so on and so forth.
So normally my number would be 50, but 50 still scares some people. So can you have
50 what?
I'm getting there.
Okay, sorry.
Can you have 10 conversations every single day resulting in real estate business? Now, we've said 50 from day one. Greg used to go out with his dad's orders of giving out 50 business cards. That's kind of been the standard.
25.
20? Okay,
25.
25.
25.
The most successful agents that I know, that I've worked with, that I've generated leads for, that have teams, are somewhere between the 25 and 50 conversation goal every single day. Now, the easiest part would be to have 20 conversations or 10 conversations with just people that you know, like literally picking up the phone, calling 10 people from your database in your sphere, asking them what they think about what would you spend this $1 billion if you won the lottery? Like literally just being friendly and having conversations with people and then spinning it around to your unique selling proposition, which Freedom Move USA is the best selling proposition in the real estate industry right now. It's not because I'm involved with it. If I wasn't involved with it, I'd probably still promote it because it's true. Whatever your unique selling proposition is, whatever you can offer people, have at least 10 conversations a day. And if you need to have more than 10, if you have a big team, that's when you look at, okay, how do I bring more people into my world? Am I going outbound prospecting? Am I reaching out past my database and my sphere? Am I doing digital marketing to bring inbound leads in to have conversations with? But literally, if you it's like losing weight. It's like a diet. If you're in a calorie deficit, you're going to lose weight. If you know that you're really tracking and you're honest with yourself when you're in weight loss and your goal is to eat 1900 calories, if you eat 1900 calories a day, you're going to lose 2 pounds a week, whatever it is. It's just consistency over time. If you have 10 meaningful conversations with people every single day, revolving around some sort of real estate, not just pitching them, have conversations about relevant things that are going on. The $1 billion lottery ticket, the Fed interest rate thing. Like, if you don't have those conversations, you will never know. People will never know you're in the business. They'll never know who you are as a person. And by the way, messenger and text messages, I still count that for all millennials listening to this, or Gen Z or whoever. Like, have some text message conversations, have some Instagram DM conversations. But at a minimum, 10 people, you should be whipping up a conversation with 10 people every single day. If you do that, you will never have to worry about a recession. I can guarantee.
Yeah. Well, so average people will work 280 days a year, minus holidays and weekends and everything else, whatever that's going to be. So that's 2,800 conversations that you can have. Let's disseminate that down. If you get 50 to 100 deals out of 2,800 conversations, that's a damn good use of your time. You could sit there and smoke a vape pen, have a beer, sit in the pool, be in the office, be at the dog park, do whatever the blank you want. But if you have those conversations, like Nick was just saying, that's something that it's easy to do, and then go about your life. Go live it. Go to Taco Bell. Go to McDonald's. Go walk a goldfish in the pond. Doesn't matter. But if you take action on a consistent basis, like you were saying, that would be powerful. Now, Jake, I want to pass this over to you. If people are having these 10 conversations a day, where would you lead them when they sign up with Clever Leads to, really kind of build that out on a larger scale? So it's not just them, then it's their friends, it's their family, and it's their acquaintances and everything else, so that you can be more visible.
Clever Leads is a powerful communication software that allows for you to reach out, right, to all of these folks via text, via email, off your bulk email, postcard capabilities, auto dialers, all the rest of the cool stuff. But what we're talking about here today is recession proof. Like, tools like Clever Leads are important to go ahead and have in your business, and or any other CRM. But today, like, ladies and gentlemen, when we talk about recession proof in your business, we talk about conversations and relationships, right? Marketing and communication is such an important part of what you guys do. Now, if you don't today, after Jerome Powell and his Knights of the Fed roundtable, if you don't go to your social media and post something talking about the new increase, what your opinion is on your real estate market in your local area, and ask some probing questions, you're failing your business. So think about all of the things that are changing so rapid and so fast. It gives you opportunities to go ahead and share your opinion on it, put that information out, just even organically on social media, and ask some of the folks that are following you. Find out how these people are doing. Literally, I would be going through my phone every single day and reaching out, touching base with people, saying, how are you doing? inflation and recession has hit everybody. And if you're not having those conversations, sharing your opinion and being that educational ambassador, watch how fast your business goes away. Unless you're just one of these mega referral agents that are sitting out there. But like I said, the majority of realtors are going to go down the toilet. So all of the big players in the industry are waiting for you guys to get out of the way so they can get back to doing the business that they once did. So if you want to be in real estate, get a unique selling proposition. I can't tell you, going out, helping people with Freedom Move USA, saving $10,000 to $25,000 on their next move, it generates conversations. Conversations is what you need. If you're not talking to somebody, you're failing. So, but that's my spin on it.
Yeah, no, I think you're 100% correct on this. Conversations are at the high point of your business. A lot of us are afraid of having conversations based upon, as this recording is being done, COVID, interacting with folks. I mean, I literally the other day, I was astonished at this reaction. I was out there and I was in the dog park and I coughed and I had a raspy voice because I'd gone to a baseball game the night before. And the lady I was talking to took a step back from me. She's like, "Don't get close to me. I don't want to get sick." I'm like, I was at a fucking baseball game drinking beers and eating hot dogs. I mean, and then I'm up here at 6:30 in the fucking morning. Get the fuck out of here.
I thought you said you peed your pants because you're getting old.
Oh, I've done that. Trust me. Oh, I have definitely done that. But being relevant in today's marketplace and standing out and being recession proof, in my humble opinion, is being a personal brand that you can go out and be who you really are. Anyone who's listened to this show for any amount of time knows of the fact that I've been in it for 23 years. And I used to dress like my father. I used the same cologne, same shoes, same shirt, same everything. Comb my hair the same way, everything. And then I decided to say, fuck this bullshit. And I decided to go in and just be me. And I've gotten more listings by wearing flip-flops, painting. Well, I don't paint my toenails. My girlfriend paints my toenails.
Yeah, but you're very visible. So you can be whoever you want to be, but you're very visible, right? You're getting out there and you're having conversations and you're making sure you're in front of people.
Exactly. And it's being in front of people. I mean, I have a couple of deals. I have like a $12 to $15 million deal going on right now because I met a guy in the spa in my community downstairs.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh my God, you're Greg McDaniel. I watch your podcast." I'm like, "You do? Oh my gosh." Yeah. So for you guys, when it becomes to be recession proof, go out there, be visible. Get a hold of Jake, get a hold of Nick, get a hold of Gene, get a hold of myself. You have to get out of your shell. You have to be when you're at home, you're one version. When you're in business, you're a different version. So start wrapping your mind around that comment, because when you're with your wife or your husband or spouse or significant other, partner, whatever it is, all the pronouns just drive me nuts. But anyways, the people that you live with, right? You're one way with them, but you're not the same. You cannot be the same way when you're out in business. You have to be gregarious. You have to be larger than life. You have to be something that's going to attract people in. So, Jake, I know you're dying to jump in. Give me some thoughts on that.
So, different industry, and I'm not going to disclose who this is, but I was consulting with a CEO of a company, very large organization, thousands of franchise holders and dealer owners, and they're extremely concerned about the economy, the pandemic. This is, earnings week, so a lot of these companies are reporting. We saw what Walmart just did. Everything's down. Everything's going crazy.
What did Walmart do?
They had about a 10% drop.
Holy
a lot of the cost of goods has increased, and obviously it's getting passed along to the consumer. So, anyways, so the CEO that I was consulting with made a $6.5 to $7 million increase in his commercial advertising spend to go ahead and make sure that their brand and their message is more visible even in a down type market. So we have people in different industries like that making sure that they're accentuating their brand even more. So what do you need to do as a real estate agent running your own operation? You need to do that as well. Some of the other businesses that I operate, even right now, like Nick is running some advertising for one of my other businesses, and I start out at a $50 a day ad spend just on Facebook. So that's important to go ahead and have thousands and thousands of impressions of your brand and your business just looking at you. Those prospective customers of mine in that company, they might not be in market right now, but guess what? I sure as hell am putting my brand in front of them consistently. So maybe they refer me and my other business to somebody else, or maybe at some point in the future that resonates. So that's what successful business owners are doing right now. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to figure out a way to get more public and more visible through Recession Proof. And also, I can't stress it enough, a unique selling proposition that gives you something that's different than your competitor. So all of our agents at the Freedom Move USA side of the house, I'm constantly preaching to them in our private group. I'm like, just call everybody and tell everybody. Check with you first before talking to any other real estate agent. Otherwise, you're going to end up spending this money. Period. That's the message. Go.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So we'll see how it works, ladies and gentlemen, but double down. Brand is important. Communication is important. Spend more money. During the pandemic, Gino was preaching it. Nick and I were preaching it. I tell every single person that consulted with us on some of my one-on-one coaching calls, asked how much money that they're using in marketing. And
nice.
Immediately the real estate agents are just, maybe I have $500, maybe. Okay. Talk to you later. Come back a different time.
Go get a credit line and go out there and do something that other people are not doing. I've talked to so many folks that, you know, when the recession hit, I mean, the pandemic, everyone, drop of a hat, pulled back on coaching, training, marketing. And to be recession proof, you have to be visible, like Jake was just saying. So, Nick, let's say I'm a new agent and I don't have a pot to piss in, but I want to get my name out there. What would be the first thing that you'd recommend for me to do?
I'm going to completely disagree with one statement that you had a few minutes ago, first of all.
Well, you do that anyways. You're like the new Matt Johnson. Okay.
So the first thing that I'm going to disagree with was when you said that you have to be a different person in business than you are in your personal life, more outgoing and gregarious to attract attention. So what ends up happening is when you do try to become a different person through social media, through advertising, through whatever, than you are in your actual personal life, you end up not doing anything. You end up not being able to be on camera. You end up not being able to promote yourself in a fashion, and you get anxiety over, I have to be this person.
Okay, so I think you took it out of context, but I want to hear your thoughts.
Well, I'm just making sure clear, because that's what I heard when you said that.
And that's what I said. And in my mind, it made sense. This is what I'm saying, is that be who you are, but don't hide who you are. So when you're at home, and if you're a very mellow person, if you like have cheeseburgers or a cocktail or smoke some weed or, you know, walk the dog or the goldfish, whatever, that's fine. Be that person.
Exactly.
But be that person on a bigger level.
Right.
Use in front of the public.
Right. So they say money doesn't change who you are.
Oh, yes, it fucking does.
The lottery. If you're a nice person, you'll be a nice person with money. If you're a shitty person, you'll be an even shittier person with money.
True.
Right? Social media accentuates who you are. So if you can be who you are just at a higher level, just at a so that's what I want to make sure everybody understands here. It's not, you don't want to be a different person on social media, just like you don't want to have a picture from 1985 as a real estate agent, and then they meet you in person and you're pulling your oxygen tank because you've been doing this for 50 years and nobody recognizes who the fuck you are.
Wait, no, that's cool. People should continue to do that. It's one of the things that it's like comedy hour for me.
So be yourself, be who you are, so that when somebody meets you, they know who they're dealing with, because that's how you find your tribe. We're in a world now where people are attaching themselves to the brand, right? They're when Jake talks about personal brand, when Greg talks about personal brand, that's just how we do business now. If you look at, so talk about a recent phenomenon. Okay. Kylie Jenner, who is one of the youngest of the Kardashians.
She's a billionaire, isn't she?
Right. If you look at
From
what she
makeup.
did with her cosmetic line, it took other companies like L'Oreal and all these other companies that are out there in the makeup space, tens of dozens of years to create the same revenue that Kylie Cosmetics did in 18 to 24 months on Instagram.
Wait, she became a billionaire in 18 to 24 months?
Yes. So when she launched Kylie Cosmetics 24 months later, she was doing as much revenue as companies that have been around since the beginning of time selling makeup. So when you hear something like that and you think, what is that? That is Kylie Cosmetics personal brand. Now she has some advantages, right, that you don't have. If you're a dude, she's an attractive young girl in the right demographic, right? You might be an ugly dude trying to sell a house.
Are you calling me an ugly dude?
You don't come from a family of riches and already have a name established. So like, let's taper that down to minus 10%, right? Maybe you don't sell as much as L'Oreal out of the gate, but create your personal brand because it's that important. That's all we're saying. And your personal brand can be a reflection of who you are, but that's all about conversations. Again, can you create a personal brand? Like the benefits of creating a personal brand would be to have 10 people reach out to you on a daily basis.
Right.
So now instead of outbound prospecting, you're creating content. And through that content, people are reaching out to you. The end result is still having conversations with humans.
I agree with you 100% on that. I actually did probably 24 videos, and I posted them on YouTube. And I'm like, this is dumb. Like, I don't know why I'm doing this, dude.
But it worked.
It worked, and I got deals out of it because they're like, oh my God, we're watching your videos. Thanks for the content. Keep going. And guess what? It worked so well, I quit doing it. So I'm with you guys. It's my downfall in life. I swear to fucking God.
And Greg's being serious. I can't tell you, over the last like 2 or 3 years, Greg's like, I should have never quit making those YouTube videos. I know.
That's so true. But guys, so really, I mean, in that, like Chad's saying, just be real. I mean, be honest, be truthful. Guys, I don't know if you guys like to hear this or not, but I carry 2 guns with me everywhere I go. I have a shotgun in the closet. I have a shit ton of bullets, and I'm locked and loaded everywhere I go. Carry a giant knife, and I tell people about it. And the people who don't like me don't like me. And if you guys don't like this, fuck off and die. Because you know what? At the end of the day, you're gonna. My tribe will come to you. Like my tribe's gonna come to me. Like Jake, Nick, Gene, Matt. The rest of the crew that's always here, we always have a certain thing that we want to do. Number 1 is bring value. Number 2, get clients. Number 3, make some money. But not all money is good money. There's some really bad.
So what you're saying, when
there.
you slide that listing agreement across the table for an 8% listing, that 12-inch serrated knife is right on top.
My 9mm is. My Glock 17
that holds the paper down. Oh, because you're at the dog park, so that listing agreement is on the trunk of your car. So the knife keeps the. I got it. I get it. Okay.
Do I have the knife on me right now? No, I don't.
Oh my gosh, here we go. Nick, you're getting him started again. Wait,
yes,
I
you
heard
are.
It was National Scotch Day. What else is it today?
It is.
Yeah, what is it?
National Scotch Day. It is Bagpipe Appreciation Day. If you don't have appreciation for a bagpipe, and I don't know, we probably couldn't be friends.
I'm celebrating that.
Barbie in a blender.
What is that?
I don't know. Let's explore the story and see. Nationaltoday.com.
So this is actually a good way to become recession proof when you do these kind of weird, dumb stories, right?
You see how we segued into this? This is really rolling into our next thing.
Yes.
Content. Get it out there.
So today's National Barbie in a blender. Do you have a blender? Do you have a Barbie? Could you go out and put a Barbie in a blender and do a video and get people to watch it and say, what is this idiot doing? Oh, by the way, I'm in my new listing that I just got in the kitchen. dicing up a Barbie in a blender because it's National Barbie to Blender Day. You think people might not watch that and share that?
Meanwhile, somebody walks by in the background with bagpipes.
Yeah. And or me, because it's also chicken finger day, so I'd be eating chicken fingers in the kitchen of the listing
while you're blending the Barbie with bagpipes
Jake
behind
would be
you.
in the office of that new listing that he just got, sipping some scotch at a really nice desk. You know, it's how do you correlate things, right?
That's actually a really good thing. So, Nick, give us a resource where people can find out what the national day.
It is. It's nationaltoday.com. Go to that every day. There's at least 12 days every single day of something random that you can use in content. It's hysterical.
So is this comment.
Yes, Radio Shack Twitter is on fire, and I absolutely love it.
It is on fire.
Yeah,
they did such a good job on what they're doing. But I mean,
I'm pretty sure Ty Lopez owns Radio Shack now.
He's
been buying a bunch of businesses, and it would make sense. I think I saw something, and he bought bodybuilding.com. He's on a buying spree right now.
Yeah, what else? He bought that one. What was the name of that retail store that was
like Bed Bath & Beyond or Pottery Barn? Is it Pottery Barn? Yeah,
I think it was Pottery Barn. Yeah, no, it was one of those. Yeah, one of those.
Yeah,
but he buys everything. Yeah, guys, go out there and just Google Ty Lopez.
You're gonna get retargeted like crazy.
Yeah,
you'll see Ty Lopez everywhere you go at that point. It's funny
he's
about
doing
him.
a good job. That goes back to being recession proof. If you can build a retargeting program using Clever and Nick and Gene, everybody else on the show, once you become, once you can retarget these individuals, it's incredible. I mean, there's this one dude that I keep talking about that has this online ad program, and this motherfucker shows up on my Pinterest, my Instagram, Facebook, my email. He's everywhere in my life, and I would have forgot about him in a second, but now he's everywhere, and I can't forget about him.
You guys want to start seeing me more often? Come on over to cleverleads.com. In about a week, I'll be everywhere that you look. It's the same thing. It's cool technology.
It really is cool technology, and that's the fun thing. Jake, I want to go a little bit deeper on that. The technology is at our fingertips right now. We're just not taking advantage of it because we don't know about it. Once we know about it, then we're afraid to use it because we don't want to be overseen. Once we're overseen, then we have a complex. So I don't understand why folks don't want to be more visible.
Yeah.
The only good secret agent is James Bond. The rest of us suck.
Well,
okay.
So literally, if all of you guys are in real estate, I highly urge you to come over and put a little program together with Nick and I. Like, seriously, go ahead and run something for a couple months, get some advertising going and some retargeting and remarketing. It's really that easy. So a little bit of money, it's like gasoline in your business tank. You got to go ahead and advertise, and we can help you guys get some stuff set up. But retargeting and remarketing has been the most missed marketing pillar in every different industry I have ever been in. And if you have a good, strong retargeting strategy, it'll increase your business bottom line at the end of the year, most of the time over 20%. In real estate too, right? So acquisition of your customer, it takes a lot of energy to go ahead and attract that initial attention get from a prospect, right? Once they and everybody's so distracted, we all are. We've got so much going on in life, and we need to be able to go ahead and put our brand back on top of those people that we've already got attention from. So if you don't have a good quality retargeting strategy, you're losing a lot of money, a lot. And it's not that difficult to do. There's a science to it to do it right. And you guys should be putting some damn money into advertising. And if you're not, get over here. Sit down with Mr. Nick. Let's put something together. It's that easy. It's that easy to start running ads. Simple. So, and if you need some help on maybe content strategy, let us know. We can go ahead and book some 30-minute sessions together and give you some ideas so you can get going right. So
the fact of the matter is making a choice in your businesses. What do you want to do? Do you want to do one-off deals, or do you want to do multiple deals because you're going to be recession proof? Once you get that flywheel going and you're all of a sudden like, oh my God, I did a deal with Nick and his wife. I did a deal with Jake and his wife. And all of a sudden I'm like, hey, and this is actually one of the easiest scripts on God's green earth. When you have a conversation with somebody, you say, you know what, Jake, I'm going to do you a favor. I want you to refer me 2 more people this year. That's it. That's the only favor I ask. And in return, I'm going to help you move for free. And I'm also going to give you a home warranty. I'm going to help you get staged.
Yeah.
But you have to give me 2 referrals this year. And then those 2 referrals turn into 4, turn into 8, turn into 16, turn into $1 billion. And it's purely by telling people what you want. We as agents are so afraid of actually saying what we want in our business because we don't want to be rejected. Because that 2-letter word called no freaks us out. But if you're assertive, like Sergeant, he's assertive, if you guys couldn't tell. He's not like going like, well, could you maybe please kind of sort of, it would be nice. He's like, look, bitch, this is what the fuck is going to go down. So are you on board or are you off board? And once you get that attitude in, then you have the ability to take control of the situation because there's a boss and there's a leader. A boss will tell you what to do. A leader will step in front of you and they will show you the path. And that is what you are. Everybody listens to this. You guys are leaders. Now, let's learn how to make money off of that. Nick, since you are a leader in multiple different realms, if you were to lead somebody right now down the real estate path, what would be the first conversation to be recession proof?
What's your database? Do you have a database? Do you have people organized in something, whether it's Clever Leads or a fucking Excel spreadsheet? Could be your Facebook friends list. Could be your Instagram friends list. Are you communicating with those people? Do you have the ability? Step 1 would be, do you have the ability to text and or email your people that already know, like, and trust you at scale? Right? That would be first one of automation.
Okay.
From we talk about retargeting, remarketing. People listening to this, you don't have any cash. You're worried about the recession. You're worried about making your bills next month. You either have time or money. You invest time into your business through social media and use Facebook and Instagram as your Rolodex every single day. And you reach out to 10 to 20 people every single day and start conversations in their DMs. Instagram, like, literally, agents will go out to an Info USA or to a RedX or any of these other platforms and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to get a list. I need a list of people to talk to. Instagram is literally a free public database of everybody in the world using social media, and you can slide into their DMs just like a phone number. So, like, for you to say that you don't have access to a list or information, where, like, you literally can go on Instagram and search in hashtags for what people's conversations are, friend those people, get into their DMs and start having conversations with them for free. Takes time, but it's free.
Great.
It's literally a public list of anybody you want to talk to. Second to that, if you are not going to create content, so I get into vertical video. Instagram just announced that they are no longer going to have any other video on Instagram besides 9:16. So they are now completely ripping off TikTok. Every video moving forward uploaded into Instagram is going to be a 9:16. The Instagram newsfeed is going to look like TikTok in 12 to 24 months. So if you're someone who says, I've never made a video, I'm terrified of video, you better be really good at having real conversations with people on the phone, or really good at having messenger conversations and sparking up interest there. From a retargeting standpoint, if you did nothing but publish content on Facebook and Instagram and then went to 10 or 15 or 20 people a day of people that you know and interacted with their stuff, and we're not even talking about outreach. I'm not even talking about having conversations. I'm talking about liking or loving or putting a comment inside whatever they posted. They will start to see your stuff more often. So that's literally a free and organic way for you to retarget people on social media. If you're posting content, is just go out and engage with people manually. That will help you organically retarget, right? Phase 2, if you're not on TikTok and you're doing video, if you are still doing video on Facebook like we're doing right now, don't follow what we're doing, because the reason we're doing this live video on Facebook is because we've been doing this for years and we have hundreds of thousands of people that follow this page. Okay. This is not a new agent. Don't, as a new agent who has no following, don't look and say, oh, I got to do Facebook live video. Facebook live video is basically dead. We do this as a continuation of what we've been doing. If you're doing any video at all, do it 9:16 on your cell phone, on TikTok and on Instagram Reels and on YouTube Shorts and on.
But how do you resize your video though?
You don't. It's all done through your phone in vertical fashion.
Okay. Veronica is saying, pro tip, take your video to Canva and resize it there if you need to. What do you say to that?
Just shoot everything in 9:16. Unless you're making a YouTube channel and your idea of content is going to be specifically for YouTube, which is a long-term farming type play. YouTube is still great. It takes a lot more energy and effort, a lot more thought behind what you're doing, and a lot more professional and polished. Okay. Shoot that in a traditional widescreen format. Everything you do socially from now on, unless you're posting it on YouTube for an actual YouTube video, hold your phone vertical. That's it. That's all you got to do. Now, that being said, TikTok is now.
But wasn't that the opposite of what we preached prior? I mean,
yeah,
we always said horizontal.
5 years ago, 100%.
You know, now it's all vertical.
All vertical. All
Okay.
vertical.
That,
Now,
by
you-
the way,
you
ladies
can
and gentlemen, that
take
means
your-
up and down.
So if you were working with a company like ours, we could take your horizontal video, put it into a template, or like Veronica saying, you can go into Canva, take your old horizontal videos, and if you can't crop them through editing, put them in a template, and now you have a 9:16 ready to go in the new social realm. But I want you guys to understand that like TikTok is not going away. They are now getting indexed on Google. People are showing up on the first page of Google in search results. TikTok is releasing, they're releasing new updates. Their most recent update is for search. They are literally going like, if you don't spend any time on TikTok, one of the biggest things on TikTok is hashtag I learned this on TikTok, or TikTok made me know this. Like, it's becoming a search platform, just like people go to YouTube and say, how do I do this? That's happening right now in TikTok. People are searching on TikTok. So in your descriptions on this short form video, people are now getting their vertical videos from TikTok indexed on the first page of Google as a search result, because TikTok just turned on search in their description for indexing for Google. So like it's now become as important as a YouTube strategy. And I might have just said too much to too many people, but like let me break that down. Organically, if you're not spending any money, interact with people on social media, Facebook and Instagram. If you're not going hard in video and you're still doing traditional type posting, that's fine, but you got to interact with people in their direct messenger. You have to interact with them on a daily basis to keep your feed in their face without paid advertising. So if you're posting once a week and you're not going into your friends list and interacting with people on social media, you're dead on social media. Nobody's seeing that one post. And that might be why you're like, social media doesn't work. Well, it does work. You just have to be more social on social media. If you only want to post once a week, that's cool, but then you got to pay someone like me or Jake to promote it for you through paid advertising.
Yeah, but what are these new people saying, right? So Greg's question here regarding what do people do to be successful right now in recession proof is really about visibility, communication, but then it's going to come down to that USP.
Right.
So big time.
Describe a USP.
Unique selling proposition. Like what makes you different compared to your competitor? You know, what type of financial benefit are you doing to go ahead and stand out from the crowd? Why should I choose you as a real estate agent? So it'd be great to go ahead and connect to every single one of those people and let them know that they should come check with you first, because you can do this, this, and this.
Yeah.
Just put it out there. Get it out there.
Well, gentlemen, I have to tell you, I am personally going to go back and listen to this episode again, because there are some serious nuggets that both Jake and Nick dropped on this thing. Jake, give me your final thoughts on this show. We're going to wrap it up, and then Nick, I'm going to come over to you.
My final thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. Successful business owners out there right now are doubling down. And yes, the Fed just went ahead and increased another 0.75 of a point. It's official.
So what are we at?
I thought we were going to be a full 1 point. That's what I was telling some of the folks on the newsroom. But no, they went for 0.75 of a point. Hike again. So here we go again. Another round of craziness getting ready to come at us. So we'll see what happens. Most successful people are doubling down. I'm serious when I tell you guys this. If you're not advertising right now, you should be. And you need to go ahead and get in touch with Nick Sakis. You need to come over, get set up, do some advertising to go ahead and get your message out to thousands of additional people right now. And you need to be proactive and put these bullets down range. Have to do it. Have to do it. So if you're not going to invest in that, invest in gas to go get yourself a second job.
Yeah. Walmart is still hiring greeters.
Not really. I think they're going to start laying off.
Well, you just blew my whole entire fun script right there, but thank you very much.
There's a lot of companies that are starting to lay off. We're going to start seeing the unemployment rate increase.
Didn't Amazon just drop a ton?
A lot of people dropped.
Yeah.
So look at good old Redfin. Those guys' stock dropped like a rock. I think we seriously need to go ahead and throw that CEO of Life Raft, and he's still out on mainstream and talking about his opinion on things. Good luck, buddy. He took it. He took your company from $60 a share down to $9. Fast.
60 to 9.
Hmm?
Holy macaroni!
Yeah, people have no faith in the real estate tech stocks right now because of what's going on in the industry. So we're right on the edge of this thing. You guys can still walk around with blinders on. You need to be proactive. So,
yeah,
very proactive.
Like Jake is saying, guys, go to inmin.com, Inmin News, subscribe. I make no money off this. I'm just saying, like, the information they're going to give you is like $200 a year for a subscription, and you're going to get so much content there. It will hurt your brain, but it'll also benefit your business. And if you just stop eating Starbucks for a week or two, you could pay for the script, Inmin for a year or so. Nick, give me your takeaway.
So we talk about what you focus on expands. If you sit right now in fear, then you'll probably not do anything, and you probably will be one of the people that don't have a license in 12 months, right?
Describe that. Fear.
The fastest path to a recession is you putting yourself in a recession. Yeah. As a real estate agent, you don't need 100 deals to survive. So when you read headlines like everything's going to shit and whatever, you need to worry about and protect your own business. You do 1 deal a month, you can stay in business.
Yep.
You do 2 deals a month, you can be comfortable. You do 4 deals a month, and you're going to be one of the top producers in your area. So we're not talking about a lot of volume and transactions. When I say 10 conversations a day, 70 conversations a week, can you do 1 transaction off of 70 conversations? Right? I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm also, are we tripping out here? What's going on?
Dude, I lost complete controls. Jake, you have access to my account. You can close the show down, but my computer just had to go on energy saver mode.
Okay.
Nice. So
super inconvenient.
So from when I talk about what you focus on expands, right? It's really important to it's very easy to be positive when things are good. Right? It's very easy to have a social media presence when you're crushing it. When you're selling houses like crazy because the market's on fire and everything you touch turns to gold, it's easy to be on social media and talk about how awesome you are. The people that survive right now are the people that are going to be on social media, still building their brand, still running ads when it's not easy, when it is difficult, when times get hard, when things hit you. Are you going to hide, or are you going to do twice as much work? Because that's the defining moment, right? It's not what happens to you, it's how you react to it. So how are you going to react to this market? Are you going to run and hide and complain and have a crew of 5 or 10 or 15 people that you know and just bitch and moan about how bad business is right now? Or are you going to separate yourself from those people, focus on the things that can make you money, and double down on your efforts?
Yeah, I think you're 100% right on that. You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear and see you. Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I can't see you guys. I can hear you guys. Thank God. Nick, I completely agree with you. When I went down to $2.38 to my name and a total net worth of $35, you dude, that was the point where I was like, okay, am I going to run and hide or am I going to go fight? And to be recession proof, you have to be willing to put on the armor and go out there and do some serious battling. And it's much easier than it was for me 20 years ago because social media wasn't here, live video wasn't here. You know, there's a lot of stuff that wasn't here. But you guys have everything that's free at your fingertips to go out there and just not give a fuck about whatever happens to anybody else. Just protect yourself. Now, I say that in the most loving, kind way possible. Never hurt anybody, never demean anybody, but go out and protect your interest. Go out there and get your business, get your cheddar. You can do it on so many levels. Contact Nick, contact Jake, contact Gene. Go out and just be your incredible, loving self and let people come to you. You know, just
go buy.
Yeah. Huh?
I was going to say, go buy a bagpipe, a bottle of scotch, a blender of Barbie, and a plate of chicken tenders and do a video inside of one of your listings or the nicest house in your neighborhood.
We're totally celebrating today, Nick. This shit's happening.
Yeah. Oh, it's happening.
And you got to have a kilt. Put the kilt on with the bagpipe too.
I'll wear a kilt.
You wear
Bring
a kilt?
the scotch, Nick.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Jake, I'm going to rely on you to shut the show down because I lost all visibility here, which really blows. Three of us are going to stick on and have a conversation afterwards. But ladies and gentlemen, I love you to pieces. We can't do the show without you. We really need you guys to show up because you know what? When you get the information like you got on this show, you put it into your business, you become more, business savvy. You also have more money in your bank account. Your spouse loves you more. Your kids love you more. You go to Disneyland. So share the show, share the link. Put a hashtag for any of us that you enjoyed the information from. Nick and Jake just crushed it today. So, gentlemen, I need two things from you guys. I need a bow for the color on the show. Nick, you're first.
I'll go with the kilt that I'm looking at, which is a plaid. So multicolor. Yeah.
Okay, plaid. Jake, Jake for the bow.
We're gonna go with in line here. We're gonna go with Barbie blonde.
Nice.
God, why do you guys make me write weird shit?
We're helping your brain, Greg.
No, you're not.
Expanding brain waves.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there is the show. Apparently, my brain is getting bigger per Jake because I have to write down weird fucking colors. But again, thank you so much. We love you to pieces. We have a plaid and we have a Barbie blonde bow in the show. So until next time, peace out, ninjas. We gone.